Hello gamers and welcome to some more WARNO preview content. The EA pack will be beefed and receive 2 more divisions for free. So if you participated in early access, you already have the EA pack, or if you bought it. And you can also still buy it and get 5 divisions, and then from 27th of August there will be 2 more divisions. The 35th Infantry Division, basically mechanized home National Guard division. And then for the Pact, you get the Rügener Gruppierung, which will also feature some Polish units, the first Polish units. And as per usual, I'm going to show you the division first, and then build a division, and then also fight it against the other division, U division. So 35th Infantry Division mechanized is a National Guard division. And they fought first, I think, in the First World War. They were inactive. Then they fought in the Second World War. Landed in July 1944 in Europe. And then they were later inactivated again. But then in the early 80s, activated again. And they were supposed to fight in World War III as well, which luckily didn't happen yet, and hopefully won't. So get normal-ish few logistics. Activation slots, okay-ish infantry, decent artillery slots, quite good tank slots, very few cheap Recon slots actually, okay-ish AA slots, very few helicopter slots, and not much choice. And then you get a decent air activation slots. So basically this division kind of sits between a mechanized division and a tank division with regards to the activation slots distribution between the infantry and the tank tab. So you get more tanks than a mechanized division, but less infantry. But you get more infantry than a tank division, but also less tanks. So let's go through the units, focusing on the new stuff. Most of the units are reservists. So this one is already known from 101st Airborne. And you get this new supply truck. Also 6,000 supply. The more supply you get per unit, the less it costs basically per supply. And you get the M577, a known unarmed command vehicle. You get a supply helicopter. I think that's actually quite an interesting option. And you get a command helicopter with weapons, already known. You get the MUD with 3 availability, and you get a field supply point. In the infantry tab, as you can see, it's all National Guards units, NG, but the military police. So you can get 12 machine gunners here with the National Guards name. It also implies that they are reservists, so they are stressed out more easily, take more suppression, and you can't upfit them that much, but they are cheaper and have higher availability. That's kind of the idea. Here you get the MP patrol, which you might actually consider, because military police grants a suppression regeneration bonus and removes the reservist trait of nearby units. That might actually be helpful in this division. On top of that, you get the new Humvee MP that you can bring, and it's got a machine gun, but also it's got the military police trait. But only these guys can come with it. So you basically get 18 military police units with that. And I think that might be worth considering. Here you get the MP Patrol, already known unit. But this is entirely new, the Humvee. You get a 50 cal, better range, higher price, less availability compared to this one, to the M60. Also better range. Then you get a tank gun with 17 penetration. Range ain't that great, but accuracy ain't that great either, but maybe an option. Then you get the tow, and you also get the ITO. This is new with the reservist trait. That's maybe a go-to. Could consider upvetting, but I think the availability drop is a bit unfortunate. And you get National Guard's Engineers Leader. And one thing with these troops here is they are a bit beefed up with regard to strength, so you get more men, which is quite nice. You get engineers, with engineers with a flamethrower, and then also with a recoilless rifle. All 10-man squad, and this one even 12-man squad. With good availability, cheap price. You get the Rifles Leader, 3 cards of Rifles Leader. With a shitty anti-tank rocket, but better than nothing. Then you get the NG Rifles Law, NG Rifles M67. So basically, your difference here is going to be the anti-tank rifle, but also the amount of machine guns. Oh, bloody hell. As you can see here, this one has 2 machine guns, this one only 1. But better range for the recoilless rifle as opposed to the Law. And then you get the Dragon. The Dragon in general has been nerfed. I think there's a price buff and or a availability buff, but you get a range nerf. Accuracy is quite okay, but yeah, the range has been nerfed to a more realistic 1250 meters all across the board. Now the artillery tab gives you some options. You get some mortars and also a 107mm mortar. You get the mobile mortars with the same same loadout basically, and more ammunition. I would go for the mobile one. Availability is not much worse, but the price is a bit higher. But you get the mobility, and then you get howitzers. You get the M109A2 and the M110A2. And the thing is, compared, you get 2 cards, and here you get 3 cards. But here, for example, they are also, for example, in TKS, but without the reservist trait, so obviously they don't show here. And they come single vetted, also 1 unit per card, and only cost 10 points more. So I think this is actually a bit shitty. Not because the reservist trait, but because you obviously then have less reload time, a longer reload time for the because it's unvetted or untrained. Veterancy green. In the tank tab, you get the Aito Jeep, and you get the new TOW 2 vehicle here, which I think is pretty cool. Also, you have 25 penetration. You get a CAF, but with the reservist trait, but still quite nice. Then your commanders, both of them, don't have the reservist trait, which makes them much better. But as you can see, your tank options are not so great because the front armor is bad, and well, in general the armor isn't great, and your tank gun ain't the best either. So it's more like a weak tank tab, and you like a spam tank tab rather. One special thing you also get here, this has been modified. So you get this reactive armor. Looks pretty cool, but unfortunately it's one of the shittier guns. But still, yeah, that's your options here with the M60 variants here. In the Recon tab, you get National Guard scouts, also reservists. They can come in those in the AKF as well with tank gun, pretty cool. They can also come in this Hui, that's not that common. And interestingly, that unit doesn't have the reservist trait. You get Cav scouts as well, so they are a bit like 11th Cavalry. Get this fighting vehicle here. Not as good as this one though, and you can fly them in as well. And then you get you have scouts with the dragon, also an interesting option I think. And you get this new helicopter, just a recon helicopter with very good optics, no weapons. You get the Kiwi with a sniper team with GSR. So when they are stationary, they get +1 optics. So up to excellent. And then there's a new plane, recon plane with air-to-ground rockets and a rotary cannon. I think it's called Dragonfly. So that's actually pretty cute and cool, I think. And you get 3 on the card, so not too shabby. If you double vet them, you still get 1. And then you get an ACAF. You get a reservist tank, recon tank, which is pretty cool. It's a shame that there are so few slots, because I immediately want this one, this one, this one, and one of the scouts. So I would already be with 3 activation points in the 4th slot. In your air tab you get the Red Eye. You also get the Stinger. Stinger has the better range against aircraft, and also the better accuracy for just 10 points more. And then you get the Duster. I think that's also new, with an AA gun. And I think this is a Bofors or double Bofors. Then you also get a Roland. In the Dev Diary they said that the US Army was considering getting lots of Rolands, but they only got a few, never bought them all, and then they gave them to the National Guard. It's mounted on a truck. That's a bit squishy. It's with radar, and then you also get 3 Eyehawks, and they are not radar. So not too bad actually, but already the 4th slot is a bit pricey. In the helicopter tab you get the gunship, which is basically like a Vietnam War helicopter, and then they all have reservist trait, and these 2 are otherwise similar to their non-reservist variants, but I think the model is new. So the looks. So you get air-to-ground missiles, and here you get with the TOW Cobra also anti-tank capabilities. In the air tab you get more Dragonflies for just 90 points. So you could do like a spam opening with them, I think. And yeah, unguided bombs, napalm bombs. You get a Phantom 2 AT with 30 penetration, so that's really nice. 3 on the card, and you get F-111s, unguided bombs, cluster bombs, or napalm. They are also already known. They are all not reserves. Then you get the Weasel seaplane. You get the F-16C. It's a cool AA plane, but with shitty range on the AA rockets. Then you get the F-16. You get 2 cards of these though, which is nice. You get the F-16C AT plane. Let's quickly compare it. Here you can see 30 penetration as well. On top of that you get some AA missiles. You get exceptional agility instead of just good. You get better ECM. You lose 1 availability. So I think I'd still rather go for the F-16C, I think. Not sure. And then, really nice, you get 2 cards of F-111 F LGB-2 bombers that you may know from TKS. Really cool plane, also against tanks. Yeah, so that's the division. In the next video I will build the deck to try it out, and my favorite unit has to be, so far, the Dragonfly in the Recon version, because it can also shoot. And I'm going to take a screenshot for the YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.